So I've gathered you people here today because we did an episode, our ninth episode, like in our first season, like a year and a half ago. We did an episode about Madeleine McCann, which I don't know if you guys remember much of it. Doesn't really matter. What does matter is there's been an update, and we're going to do an update episode. So that's kind of fun, right?
Wait, Madeleine McCann. No, I didn't catch that episode actually. Can you?
That was the one that JP was here for, but he accidentally took way too much Robitussin
Had an out of body experience. Yeah,
and had an out of body experience. Yeah.
yeah.
So he was here, but he was just unconscious on the floor. But also in whatever.
Bowling in Vegas at the time. It was nice. It was nice. It was nice.
Yeah.
It was like it was in two places, multitasking. It was great.
That's
Yeah,
good.
you credit us with that episode making your schedule so much more efficient, right?
It was
Yeah.
nice. It was like I got to work remotely and still have fun.
Bowling in
That's the
Vegas was probably more interesting. So I hated that episode. You remember how I fucking hated that episode? Just because the parents were so bad. Okay, so JP, for you, JP was on the episode a while back. We have him here for the update because I wanted to have him around again. I missed him. So
Aww,
you didn't get to hear that episode. That's fine. I'll give you a quick synopsis.
making me feel all warm and fuzzy.
You deserve it.
That's the Robitussin.
An elite team of private detectives.
What if balloons are aliens? Maybe that's the key component we're missing.
Cover-ups.
John's guilty.
Mysteries that need to be solved.
Maybe Mormons need mountains.
Richard, shut up.
That's
It is. That's why you don't drink it first thing in the morning. It's not good. Not good.
Parents, if they want to know, JP, I'll give you a quick one. These parents take their kid, Madeleine McCann, plus their twins, younger twins. Madeleine was 3, twins were 1 and 1. They go to a resort in Portugal. They stay at this nice resort, fancy resort, and they go, like, last day of them being at the vacation, they had a bunch of other friends. They're like, let's go hang out with our friends at the tapas bar and leave our 3-year-old and twins in the room. Like, we can see the room, but like not fully. They're shit in the way. So we'll be fine. There are 3-year-old and the 1-year-olds. The 1-year-old, when they went back, the 1-year-olds were still there, but the 3-year-old Madeleine McCann gone. Nobody really knows where she, yeah, gone. People blame the parents. People blamed guy coming in there stealing her. People blamed the little girl walking out into the street and getting buried in a fucking sinkhole or something, which is one of Celeste's biggest fears.
Maybe I'm Madeleine McCann.
Maybe you are.
Oh goodness! It's like I don't like this director's cut of Home Alone at all. I'm not digging it. I'm glad it didn't make it to theaters or anything. I'm glad it didn't make it. I'm glad it got left on the cutting board. That is how do you even like 3 years like. In what universe do people think that, hey, it's like these, this 1 and 3-year-old can take care of each other just fine? Like,
and if it was late at night, so they're sleeping, but like still, you know what I mean? It's not even your own house. You're in a foreign country. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Fucking British people.
What is that? Oh my God. That's brutal.
So she disappeared.
They didn't
Best
find
part
her
is
at all?
this is a table full of doctors that did this.
Yes. They had the money. There was a service. They could have like hired a babysitter. They just decided, we're good. There's like things they could have done. They just didn't.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Just for that alone, they should lose their license. Just for that, just take it away. Like,
How many other parents were there?
I think there were
7
people total. They're called the Tapas 7, remember?
All right.
So there's 2 more couples and like a single,
Tapas
the
7.
mom, I believe. Her mom was with them, like tagging along on vacation.
Okay.
the Tapas 7. It sounds like it sounds like something that you would hear on the news when they're talking about fugitives, like the Tapas 7. Like
That's what it was. That's what it was. British tabloids got a hold of this and made this whole Tapas 7 thing up and like investigating everyone.
Goodness.
They're still on covers of like the National Enquirer, whatever the version of that is in the UK, every once in a while being like, Madeleine has been found.
Or it could be something really nice on a tapas bar menu, like a tapas restaurant menu.
Oh, like a
great.
medley
The
for like
Tapas
the
7.
table?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, I'll have the Tapas 7 and a sangria, thanks.
That's excellent. Except in like as an homage, there's gonna be one thing out of what you ordered just totally missing. And when you ask them about it, they'll say we have no idea what you're talking
Yeah, they'll
about.
just shrug. Yeah.
It was there when we left it.
Yep.
What are those cookie things? Those French cookies? I think they're called Madeleines. It'll be on the menu, but it won't show up on the order.
Yeah. Oh man. So, but okay. So I'm late to the party on this one. I just wanted to let this play out. There's been, like I said, there's been an update. It's been going on for a little while. Kind of just petered off recently. But I wanted to get all the information before I started doing an episode because, like, I don't know. This was all over TikTok the day it happened, and everyone was like, I don't know, just making shit up, which we like to do. We make shit up all the time. That's half this fucking show. It's just making up an ending to this. Whatever, right?
Yeah.
Well, the difference is what we make up comes true.
Exactly. We're like a
Yep,
weird
manifest
genie.
destiny. That's the shit right there.
Yeah.
That is the secret at work.
This is pretty wild. So we're gonna like it. Dr. Phil's gonna make an appearance. Okay. Dr. Phil with like, you know, you could tell at the end of the Dr. Phil episode, he was like, haha, got her. You know what I mean? He went backstage and like high-fived his intern and went, fucking bitch. Like you can tell that's what he did with this episode.
Of all the fucking people that have gotten canceled over the past like 6.5 years or whatever, how in the fuck has Dr. Phil survived all of that? There's no way.
Southern accent.
Right. Yeah. So it's like they expected from, but I've never watched him that much. I mean, I know of him, but I don't what kind of stuff was he saying?
We'll see. Well, I'll play some clips for you later. I just wanted you to know Dr. Phil's going to be joining us for a bit today.
Oh Lord. I'm not prepared for him.
On February 15th of this year, 2023, an Instagram account popped up with the name I Am Madeleine McCann, all one word. It was put up by a 21-year-old Polish girl named Julia Wendell. Julia went live with that account that night and explained that she thought she was Madeleine McCann, and she wanted the internet to help her prove it. We'll talk about that in a bit, but yes, we'll just talk about a few things here. So she claims that police in England, she's called the police in England, and she's called the police in Poland, and they've ignored her. So now it's the internet's turn. You guys can save the day on this one, okay? Because police aren't helping.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it actually turns out. I mean, the way that the internet goes after a lot of people and then finds out, like, you know, like you'd see so many videos of like some dude in a mask like jumping somebody else or whatever. They ask, who is this person? What is it? And all of a sudden some dude comments like, found him. He lives at 404. Like it was.
Oh
like,
yeah, they get doxxed instantaneously. If you want to be a jackass on the internet, you're done. You get doxxed.
Yeah, you will get found out.
I'll have faith in the internet doing that once they get Dr. Phil.
So I'm not going to get into how she's proving it, but it's like some fucking shocking live. Like people jumped on right away. She had like 500,000 followers within a couple days. And like first thing I thought when I saw this was like, what? This isn't real. This is stupid. Who's believing this
like
shit?
it's clickbait or something.
Yeah, it's because it was popping up everywhere. And I'm like, whatever, who believes this shit? Like, honestly, it's not the first person that's claimed to be Madeleine McCann in the past. So I've never seen that one pop up. So what is making this so compelling? So like, I found 3 other instances where people pretended that they were Madeleine McCann. First one I could find was 2017. There's a Manchester University student named Harriet Brooks. She claimed that she was the missing Maddie. Her evidence was that she had the same eye thing that Madeleine had. Okay, so for JP's sake, and if you guys don't remember, she had that one little dash in her eye where it was like solid brown or whatever, and it's super rare eye condition. I forget what it's called, colocomia or something like that.
Huh.
That's what people were saying. If you ever see a girl with that, they could be. So this girl said, yeah, I have that weird iris dash thing. So I must be.
Oh yeah, I see it in her
McCann.
picture where it got kind of just at on the right eye, right?
Yeah, the
I'm just
right
looking
eye.
her up right now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like kind of. I have the name of it a little bit later. So that was in 2017, and this is a Manchester like university person. Like Madeleine would have been 14. This girl's like a Man U student. Like that's at least 5 years older than Madeleine. You're not Madeleine McCann. And
right. Yeah, but what if the beach she disappeared on was that one from Old, the M. Night Shyamalan movie?
Yeah, that's right.
So maybe
I
she
didn't know that
just,
was in
like,
Portugal.
Walked across that real quick, and then like it was enough for not that much.
Just a little blip. So she aged 5
Yeah,
years.
yeah, just that quick 5 years. Yeah.
Because I think an hour is like what, a year? That
I don't remember.
I don't remember, something like
specifically,
that,
but I will attune it to fit my narrative.
Okay, fair enough. Everyone catches on pretty quick for this girl. Like, she got a bunch of hype for it, like probably a day worth of people going, "Oh, maybe she is," and then they realize, like, they put together, like, wait a second, the age, and she got mocked with no remorse on the internet, which is
I
great.
can imagine how much she got dragged for that for sure.
Yeah, she just kept saying, I was joking, guys, don't mock me. It was a joke, and everyone's like, yeah, right, you were trying to pull this off, you fucking mook, and they made fun of her.
Right.
Really good. So second major one that I saw, it was a TikTok user who simply named herself Maddie, and she just had a video where she claims she's Madeleine McCann. This is also 2022.
Oh wow.
Wait, there's 2 separate ones?
Yes, there's 3 people that pretended before this one.
Oh.
I am Madeleine McCann. So I'm just going through the other shitty ones that no one caught on to. Why did this one catch on? You know what I mean? Why did the new one catch on? Because it did for fucking months.
I'm just wondering, like, what is their end game? Like, what are they trying to accomplish?
To
by
get
saying, "I'm just gonna
absolutely fucking demolished by Dr. Phil.
I guess,
That's their life goal. And
even that sounds wrong in itself. It's just like, oh yeah, she's gonna get demolished by Dr. Phil, and then you hear the Pornhub track in the background.
hell yes, this is it, guys. We're gonna do it. We're gonna take him down.
Right? Madeleine McCann getting demolished by Dr. Phil's big black. Wait, what?
No, you're right. He had that transplanted.
Right.
He would be a guy to do that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's 2023. It could happen.
You do what you got to do, man, to feel happy in life. All right. So in 2022, Maddie would have been 18 years old. They investigated this girl, doxed her. She's 15. You're not the girl. You're a little kid. You're just trying to fuck around. But they didn't ruthlessly and relentlessly mock this girl, but they definitely made fun of her for a bit. Like, stop. Mocked for sure. And the most believable claim before the lady we're going to talk about today was and I say believable because it's funny. It's not believable. It's just hilarious. The funniest one. Let's say that. The funniest claim of being Maddie before our subject Julia was about a girl named Embla Jahorojavi, Jauhojarvi. Anyways, I butchered it.
No shit, you in the same breath did the name and then the spelling.
I can't say it. I don't know. So what this one was that people were taking photos of Embla and posting them on social media, and she was living in Rome on the streets in Rome, like as a homeless person, and didn't speak she spoke barely at all. She only said that she was English and her name was Maria, and she wouldn't say much else than that. When social media got that, like, oh, so sad, homelessness, look at this young girl, she's homeless in the streets. And then somebody started getting like, oh, maybe it's Madeleine McCann. And then it just snowballed from there, where everyone was like, this homeless girl is Madeleine McCann. It must be someone on the internet said it. So Maria's case started to get reported in the media. And when it did get reported in the media, her dad in Sweden saw it and was like, oh God, I have to go clear this up. So he made a statement and he said her name was Embla, not Maria. She has Asperger's and she lives with me in Sweden. Okay. I went on a business trip and I left. And I came home and she was gone and I couldn't find her. And I called the police.
Well, time out. Yeah. Already sounding exactly like Madeleine McCann's dad.
But the difference is this. He called the police to look for her, but the police said, oh, she's allowed to leave. She's like 19 years old, buddy. She's not a kid anymore. You can't call her because she's gone. Maybe she wanted to leave. So he said, I don't know what else to do. He was hoping she'd come back. And then he saw her in the newspaper.
Oh, wow.
No, I don't buy that. she was like, I'm out of here. And he's like, oh, thank God. No, what are you doing? You can't leave. I need you here with all of your autisming all over the place all the time.
You know what? I had the same thought that he was just like, now if the family sees her out there, I'll look like an asshole. So I better get ahead of this, So I kind of agree. Like, probably kicked her out and said I had enough, but I don't know. That's what his statement says, like,
especially in fucking Europe, dude. Like, there's no way. They have way better public resources for that kind of shit. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, here you can't even get your own kids back, like if they're 3 or whatever. Like it doesn't matter. But I'm pretty sure there's some resources for somebody with mental illnesses in Europe.
I imagine you're probably correct on that. Like almost 100%. It's like Canada. We would have social systems for sure where you could get help for that. But like it's pretty close to the same. America, sorry guys.
Yeah, no, it's there are times where I'm just like, can I just fly back up to Canada just for a little bit,
just to collect that fucking CERB,
right?
So this is the opposite, like of Julia's case. She puts it out there, and it snowballs because of her, not just out of randomly. So Julia Wendell, who also goes by the last names Wendelt, Wandelt, or even Faustina, blew up more than
wait, those for a last name?
That she has 3 different last names. No, I'm not really sure which one's which. If you go on the internet, I'm guessing it's Faustina because she's a Polish girl. I think Wendell and Wendelt and Wandelt are all, but it's reported in like all those different ways. So
I'm just like, pick a lane, man. Damn,
for sure.
Well, either way, Richard, spell all of them for us, please.
Okay, Wendell, Wendell, DWENDELL. Oh, he's mocking me. Okay.
DW. Was there a number in there too?
E to the power of 4 equals sign. All right. So Julia's account blew up because Julia was actually putting up some pretty compelling evidence on the surface. If you look at it quickly, you can go, oh, that makes sense. When she went live, she was answering questions like as people were talking. One of the questions was like, when did you start to think you were Madeleine? And she said it was a few months earlier when she's heard something from her grandmother. And then you're like, what did you hear from your grandma? And she doesn't really answer that. She just goes, my grandma's just alluding to some stuff. And that's it. So that's the first thing. And
you are Madeleine.
Yeah.
What could that mean?
Yeah. She also said she has the same eye thing, which she does. And she has the same, she like zoomed in a bunch of pictures, circled parts of her face. She's like, I have the same dimple here. I have the same little thing on her inner thigh, like a birthmark or whatever, beauty mark, whatever you fucking call it. She told her parents about her beliefs. And her mother said that to her, this is what she says. She says that her mother told her, the past is the past and we should focus on the future. And then her dad's answer was, even if I'm not your father, does it change anything? So those are two very suspicious sounding, you stole a child from a hotel room in Portugal answers, if you ask me.
It does. That honestly reminds me of like a couple of years ago. I went to basically visit Brisbane. And there was this one friend I had down there, she took me to, just hang out with the family or whatever like that. So it was cool. And she actually, apparently she was going through some stuff with the family or whatever like that. But she found out that the family that she was staying with for all those years, they weren't actually their biological parents. They weren't her biological mom or dad. And it was just like, and she didn't know that. And it was just, and they were like, you know what? We love you anyway and stuff. But it was just like, I can't even imagine feeling that. It's just like, yeah, by the way, you're not really ours. Like, oh.
Yeah, the opposite's happening here, though. The parents are like, yes, we are your parents. And she's like, I don't believe you. And then she starts asking for a birth certificate. She's like, I want my birth certificate. This is all her claims so far. I'll tell you what they find out for. But her claims like, I want my birth certificate. And their parents are like, nope, can't give it to you. And she claims that she goes looking for it when her parents aren't around. Like, she couldn't find it anywhere. And then when she tries to call to get it, she's like, oh, they won't give me any of my information over the phone. That's not suspicious. That's what governments do. You got to fucking be able to prove shit.
Yeah.
What's my social security number? What? Who the fuck is this?
This is Madeleine McCann. Oh, okay. Here it is.
Okay, you don't have one of those.
Yeah, so the eye thing. She puts that she's got the eye thing. It's called a coloboma, and it's when you have a dash of solid color in your iris, and a coloboma is apparently super rare. Julia, the one thing Julia does say, she's like, I'm 21, and she's like, I know Madeleine's supposed to be 19 right now, but like, they could have just hid that when they did the abduction. They could have just given me a different age. It's like, okay, maybe, but when you're 2 and 4, there's a big difference. When you're 4 and 6, there's a big difference. When you're 6 and 9, like, that kind of age could be a bit, but like age, you could tell when they're kids. When you're older, sure, it doesn't make that much difference. But when you're kids,
This is my
it makes
really tiny 5-year-old. Don't anybody ask me any fucking questions.
I will say though, if she was kidnapped and like let's say resold, they would have had some sort of documentation of like a social security number and birth date and such, that it would have been like whoever came off of like, you know, a dead child in a hospital, they would have used that information. So there is a chance that like the date of birth could have been smudged had, you know, like obviously it's like whatever this date of birth is tied to this official social security number, that's what you are from this point forward.
I know what you're saying. I imagine it's very hard to find a dead 3-year-old to steal the birth certificate from. Like it's, you got to take what you get.
Yeah,
I understand
yeah.
that.
I'm just trying to give some plausibility to her story.
For sure. 100%. I agree. I don't disagree that it could be. It's just like somebody would have asked questions at some point, but maybe not. Maybe people are dumb, so maybe not.
Sorry, where is she from?
Poland,
Where's Anatoly Moskvin from?
Russia.
Oh, how close are they?
Poland and Russia
Very
are beside
close.
each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a country in the middle, but
Well, Ukraine's between them or whatever, right?
or Belarus, yeah.
Regardless.
Not for long.
Based on geography and Anatoly Moskvin, I don't think it's hard to find dead 3-year-olds.
I guess that's
Yeah, but information that you have them for, because if you think about it, it has to be some sort of information that you could plausibly say why you're moving them from one country to another country. Because, you know, most like abductions and shit, they still go on a plane. It's not, I mean, there can be larger operations,
Well,
but
like,
most of it's pretty like.
Also, what are we qualifying for found? Because, I mean, like, you can find one under the wheel of your car fairly easily if you're going fast enough through a playground.
Well, is
That's
she
true.
carrying her birth certificate with her, or I would consider that found if she is.
That's come on, man. You're American. You know, we all staple our birth certificates to our children around here in the event that they are inevitably murdered on a playground.
Isn't the European Union kind of like the Commonwealth, or not like kind of like, but like different than the Commonwealth in that like they can move freely domestically throughout the European Union countries without needing.
Yes, not anymore. Like I think now you do after they Brexited, but I think during 2007 when she went missing, I think you're correct. I think you could have just went anywhere in the EU with you don't
So
have
she
to
could potentially, or like she could have been taken anywhere within the European Union, pretty much.
Yes, but I don't think is Poland part of that. I don't fucking know enough about world politics. Is Poland part of the EU?
Pretty sure they are. Yeah, I don't know. Rick,
Yes.
Yes, they are.
I was just
Yes,
trying to,
I'll
I was
look
trying to
that
see
up.
what year they joined, since this was in 2007, but they have been a member since May 1st, 2004.
But you're right. So you probably wouldn't need that much documentation really at all, except for like to get into school.
Yeah, but you still need
No, like,
you still need the
you still need to
passport.
do shit.
No, you still need the passport. It's just called the it's like the Schengen Treaty or agreement or whatever the fuck it is that allows them to go from any country. You still need proof that you're from that country. Pretty sure it's not just like fucking.
I got you. I don't know. Never been. I don't know.
Because that treaty doesn't extend to like every other country in the world. So like, I'm pretty sure. Let's say
She doesn't even have a birth certificate anyway. She can't even find it anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, she
So-
has. I mean, yeah.
She says that she went to the local hospital. Like there's 3 of them in the town where she lives, and none of them have any records of her life before the age of 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
But like,
And we're all futzing around wondering what documents they have, but I don't think it really too many questions are asked if the child's in the trunk. You know what I mean? Like I've crossed the border into Canada. You can't tell me like US and Canada, like the guy covering like the French border isn't going to be significantly lazier. You know what I mean? Or like whatever European border. They're just going to be like smoking a cigarette and eating whatever like weird dish that their country is known for.
they're Polish, notoriously lazy. The Polish. It's one thing I know about every single Polish person is they're lazy.
Is it like a real thing, or you just...
I'm just adding new hate to Polish people.
Okay.
Well, it doesn't matter if it's real or not. You can say it because they're white.
Just making enemies all over the world. Just
Yeah.
Fuck the
one
Polish.
episode at a
I
time.
mean, we're talking about Europe here. If you want to make fun of someone, just make fun of the Italians.
Oh, we already do that.
No. Listen, I'm not going to be the first one to say we're going to lay off the Italians for a minute here, but it doesn't mean we can't share the love.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck both the Poland and the Italians.
Fuck the Italians with the Poles, and then vice versa.
I don't think
Right
the
now,
Polish would make it over there. They're too fucking lazy. The Italians have to go see them.
I can imagine all the Polish people and Italians listening to this and be like, "What did I do? I didn't do anything to these guys." Like,
Yeah, but it's a border patrol guy in Italy, and he's like, "Oh, what the fuck is this?" But he's like also like painting a fruit bowl while cars are just zooming past behind him, eating bruschetta.
bruschetta.
My excuse is I'm German.
I will not.
So Julia starts going back to her mom, like, I can't find any records of me before 5. So she starts asking for photos of her mom when she's pregnant. And her mom's like, I don't have any. This is what Julia's saying, I don't have any. And she's like, there's no pictures of me before the age of 5. There's no record of me before the age of 5. Then people are like, okay, asking questions on the live. And then she starts showing the pictures of similarities, which I don't know, man. Like, I could pull up some pictures if you guys want to see, like, tell me if you find these similar, because, like, sure, maybe they look similar to a bit, but I mean, like, not really.
Oh,
This is the kid one that she says that is like, she's like 7 here or something, and then this is Maddie when she's 3. Those are 2 different kids to me, man. I don't know. That doesn't look the same.
I mean, I can kind of see it in the lower jaw area and stuff, but not that much really.
There's a little dimple she's saying she has. Like, if we're looking for it, that's what I'm saying exactly.
It's not a dimple. That's just being fat.
Don't I know it?
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm just like, is that a dimple or is it just?
It's not a dimple. It's not a dimple.
Yeah.
It's that buccal fat in her cheek.
Almost looks like almost looks like a smudge or something.
To true crime people, though, this would be like fucking banger huge news. True crime hasn't had like anything going on for a little bit, like any big updates. So everyone jumped on this shit with these pictures and all the stuff that she's doing. And she kept 5 or 6 posts in a row. I don't know. She posts. That's the other thing. She posts herself beside the parents, like adult self, with like Kate McCann and Jerry McCann, and like, if you want to see it, you can see it. I just don't, because I've got objective eyes on this. I don't think that they look the same, but
I saw that one. She looks a little bit like Jerry. Kate, not at all.
Another thing she does in this fucking live, in one of the second or third videos, she claims that one of her earliest memories is being on holiday somewhere hot on vacation with white apartments. Like,
holy fuck, it must be Madeleine.
Yeah. Oh no. Once she's getting hype on these videos, she starts, okay, you know what? We need a DNA test. That'll end this.
That should have been the first thing, like
100%.
like right out of the gate. Like, I mean,
so she asked her parents, give me some DNA. We'll do a DNA test if I'm your kid. There you go. Boom. Parents deny it. No, we're not giving you any DNA. So that's suspicious. The parents are the suspicious thing for me.
mm-hmm.
If your kid's going fucking wackadoo, just give her the DNA. What do you care?
Yeah.
Maybe you're Rick and you don't want it to be in some database somewhere, which is fair too.
I don't know. For this case, she brought herself forward. I probably would have.
For this, you would have done it, yeah?
Yeah.
See, I kind of don't want to do it, but I do want to do it. But anyways, I probably would for this as well.
Well, we know what your lineage is. You just don't want to.
Yeah, don't ever give your DNA
up. You're right. That shit's valuable. So Madeleine starts to go, Madeleine, I'm calling her Madeleine now. Jesus Christ. Julia starts going even further with her claims. So she starts to say that she was molested. Actually, this is actually true. So I shouldn't say she claims this because this one's proven in, like, there's court files for this. She was molested by a German serial pedophile who's been loosely linked to the Madeleine McCann case in the past.
Oh boy. Damn.
He kind of does look like the police sketches of the man carrying the little girl away from the Ocean Club the night Maddie was abducted. So that's an kind of interesting thing, you know what I mean?
Wasn't that a red herring? Didn't a guy say, like, I was just carrying my daughter that night?
Yes. So that's why I'm like, but maybe that could have not been that guy too. Like, it could have been somebody else, right? That guy just thought it was him. I don't fucking know. Yeah, the guy's name is Martin A, and I'm gonna do an unethical episode on him, so I'm not gonna give too much because he's fucking crazy. I started looking this up. I was like, holy shit, how did I never know this existed? This is terrifying. So I will be doing a full episode on that.
Yeah, serial molester. That's fun new territory for us.
Boy. Yeah.
This guy is a scary fucking guy, like active for like almost 20 years. Oh.
What is his name again?
Peter Ney.
Peter? Peter the pedo? That's funny.
It gets convoluted, but his brother is the actual abuser. She says she was chased by Peter, which is Martin's brother. But anyways, I digress. She was abused by a guy who was related to a fucking terrifying human German man during the 90s and early 2000s. So take that for what it is. If that was the guy that took Maddie and she's that person, cool. That's what she's saying.
Huh.
This guy here had a past of like trafficking children. So it's not like it would be that much of a stretch if that guy actually abused her, that he like took Madeleine and brought her there, especially if he looks like this. So like, this is what I'm saying. This is why the video went fucking viral. Cause there's like so much shit that's all like super circumstantial. But I mean, if you put it all together, it kind of puts a good picture for like Madeleine to be Madeleine, right? What I do find is funny about this pedo guy that I forgot, since Julia's initial accusations, Peter Ney, his lawyer, has requested that everybody in the media stop using his name and associating with Madeleine McCann or face a lawsuit. So he's like threatening to sue everyone. So it's really the only place I found the guy's name was actually on the Dr. Phil episode, because it was filmed probably before they put the cease and desist. So Peter Ney. If you look anywhere else, you're not going to find it.
So you're going to title the episode Peter Ney W/Madeleine McCann.
Yeah. if you think that's the funniest part, sure. Julia also claims that she was forced to take 35 pills a day at the age of 7 after she was abused, causing her to end up in a coma in the hospital. She says that there's another incident that she remembers, like she vaguely remembers, where she was forced to go hang gliding with someone wearing only a t-shirt and underwear when she was a little kid. So this Peter Ney guy's like, she's putting a bunch of stories out for him.
Yeah, he definitely sounds like a stand-up guy. Yeah, he sounds sounds nice.
I don't know what the right hang gliding uniform is, so I'm not going to judge right away. I've never been hang gliding.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I would love to go hang gliding.
You got a t-shirt and underwear, pal?
I do. I'm in it right now.
Perfect. See? Hang gliding uniform.
Oh my goodness. The law of attraction does work.
Yeah, and there's another thing. She does get some medical records when she was a little older that say she had, there's a point in life when she had a fractured skull, and it left her like, I think she was 10 or 11, but it left her unable to speak or walk for over a year. And no one, she doesn't remember it happening, but there's medical files that prove that it actually happened. And they never really released who treated her for the injuries or even how she got them, who brought her there. So like, I don't even know the whole details behind that. They must have something if they have medical records. They didn't release that to the public. So yeah, so by the end of February, I saw like a million TikToks asking the question, has Madeleine McCann been found? And there were thousands of comments on all social media. Most people were torn as to whether or not Julia was Madeleine. Some people believing outright, no problems at all, and some calling her a fraud. Some showings of support and others threatening violence. Like, I will fucking kill you, you lying bitch. So either way, a bunch of attention.
It takes that's another level of psycho. I mean, if this person is lying, then yeah, I understand that, it's a shitty thing to do and stuff. Absolutely, of course. But to be just like, you did a shitty thing, you lied, I'm gonna kill you. It's like, bro, it ain't that deep. Like,
internet, baby.
It's like sleep with one eye open. Like, no, I like both eyes. Leave me alone. Like,
it's pretty fucking easy to be tough behind a keyboard. So
yes.
So also, yep. I had just taken eye drops while we were reviewing the pictures of the girls.
Oh, you want to see them again?
No, I'm looking at them now, and she looks fucking nothing like her.
Agreed. I was like, I don't see it. I remember when it came out, I was like, that's kind of interesting. Like, let's see where this goes, because I knew she was going to get called out as a fraud. I just wanted to wait to see what happened. So this is why we're doing this now, because it's finally over.
I'm sorry. How old was she when this all popped off again?
She was 3 when she got stolen.
Okay, that's a strange-looking 3-year-old, because I did mean Julia.
Oh, Julia, she was 21.
Okay, all right. That would be why her parents could do nothing to intervene.
Yeah.
That tracks. And apparently we don't intervene in autism with adults in Europe, so.
But don't forget, she spent a summer vacation in a warm spot that had white apartments, so could be the same person still.
Oh, it's got to be.
There's no way. That's like nearly every beach place in Europe.
Yeah, like I said, 500,000 followers in a couple days, which is crazy. Lots of attention. So this lady, this private eye and psychic medium named Dr. Fia Johansson, sees all the attention that Julia is getting and reaches out to her.
Wait, what was her first name?
Thea Johansson.
Like Dr.
Thea Johansson.
Philia?
No.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
Thea. Yeah.
Take a look at her. She's a smoke show. It's fucking hilarious.
What's her last name?
Johansson.
Johansson. Theo Johansson. Okay. Here we
Okay,
go.
hold on. Are you talking about like plastic woman that shows up and
for
next to
For like a fucking medium, have you seen any other mediums? Look up mediums. That's a smoke show medium, my friend. That is the hottest medium on the planet. I don't care if she's made of plastic.
Huh. I'm wondering if I'm looking at the right person here. I'm seeing one who's like a hockey player. Another who's
Dr. Thea Johansson. She should pop up right away. She's fucking.
if you just if you just type in Julia Wendell, she's in like a ton of pictures with her.
Yeah. Anyway, so she advertises herself on her socials. We'll talk more about her as we go because she's the funniest part about this.
Huh.
She advertises herself on her socials as producer, celebrity medium, clinical hypnotherapist, keynote speaker, author, private investigator working with law enforcement to solve cases. That's her bio.
Champion fucking plastic surgery champ of 2000 through now.
She claims that she's helped find missing people and help solve murders. Okay. First body she ever helped police find was when she was 14 years old, growing up in Stockholm, Sweden. So it's really hard to verify this, but yeah, she was growing up in Stockholm. She claims there's no proof of this ever. Okay. Just so anybody knows. She claims to have a PhD in psychology and human behavior. Her nickname in Hollywood is the Persian Medium, and she charges $35 per minute for advice or $2,500 an hour for a meeting.
Jeez. I'll see if I can find a discount code online. Maybe I can find bullshit.
Trade her Groupons. If you have one for lip filler, she'll give you a discount on.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I'm not going to use this trigger point therapy massage one. She can keep that one. Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
What are her rates?
$35 a minute.
$35 a minute or $2,500 an hour.
Jesus.
It's $400 more to pay by the hour.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
It's more expensive to take.
Yeah,
an
but
hour.
one was for advice, one was for a meeting.
You can't tie that psychic
That's
Barbie
right.
bitch down for a whole hour without expecting to pay the premium for it.
Damn it. There's
You know
always
what?
rules. There's always rules.
That would mean that someone before has like consulted her for 1 minute and she charges them $35.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
For sure. Now she claims
my God.
this is her gift, okay, guys? She gets visions of missing people, and she has to act. She can't not act. If she doesn't act, she gets punished, is what she says, with headaches, nausea, and hot flashes. Okay, I'm just sick to myself. I gotta go
the
out.
silicone leaking into her brain.
So us talking about her right now is definitely making her ears ring or some shit, right?
Wait, she gets punished? Who does she get punished by?
By herself, I guess, or by the fucking spirits, or I don't fucking know. She's the one saying it. It's hilarious. Someone's punishing her with headaches.
Yeah, I just imagine her just in one of those weird sort of horror movies where there's like some sort of demented priest or something like that, and he's committed like a sin, so he has to like lash himself with a belt. So I just picture her in the room just going to town on her back. You know?
Yeah, for sure. She's something. She is 41 years old. And she has 9.5 million Instagram followers. And ever since February 22nd, 2023, until not that long ago, nearly all of her posts were about Julia and her claims.
Huh.
She posts like 5 times a day too. So anyways, she's a wild woman. Dr. Johansson had her own predictions about Madeleine McCann in 2019. Okay, this is before any of this Julia stuff happened. So
I'm sorry. Did we cover what her doctorate is in?
She claims to have a PhD in
Okay.
psychology and human behavior.
No.
It seems like that's just a smokescreen for the truth that she just is really good at finessing people, just completely taking them for the biggest ride.
For sure.
Which am I missing something? Because like if I saw a person like that in public approach me, and if they just said hi, I would laugh and say no. Like, there's no fucking way. How does that get people?
Hey, I wasn't here. I gotta look up this bitch. What is her name?
Dr. Thea Johansson.
Oh, Fia, as in
FIA. Thea.
Oh, here I am
Oh,
looking
that
up
makes a lot more
THEA. Okay,
sense.
hang on.
See, now the time when you should have spelled something, Richard, you didn't.
Here we are.
See?
Because I'm sitting here like, oh yeah, she's a smoke show and stuff, and all I'm seeing is this blonde chick who plays hockey.
Oh, you just gotta Google Persian medium. I've been watching her YouTube videos for a little bit now.
See, he can't resist looking at the smoke show.
No. Just all the dumb shit that people are saying to her and believing. It's not a lot of pictures of her, but her cheeks every time you see her get bigger and bigger and bigger. It's kind of impressive. Like in chronological order, it's weird.
Those are the spirits she's found and located, storing themselves.
She's storing them for the winter.
I'm gonna have so many cases come December.
I mean, I can honestly say right now, like the people, like like the way these chicks do their makeup now is just so like it's like an art form. Like they can literally change the contours of their entire face and stuff. I'm like, that's nuts. Oh
yeah.
Or you can physically alter the contours of your face, like
that as well. There's also that
She has
too.
for sure. She wears too much makeup. I can't actually figure out what she looks
Well,
like.
she's making herself look bulky, so when they come back to punish her, she scares them off. She just makes herself big. No punishing me today.
She's working on her face biceps.
Because all the pain,
exactly.
all the punishment happens for head, so she's putting a protective layer so that spirits can't get in there. I got you.
There we go.
Shield.
Kind of like building a firewall. That's awesome.
For sure. Sophia a couple years ago in 2019 had her own predictions about Madeleine McCann. She said she was alive, she loved music, and at some point between 2022 and 2024, she would discover her identity on her own. Sure, kind of sounds like Julia. I guess Julia does play piano and sings. That was one of the things she said. She was a phenomenal singer, Madeleine. Like that's what Fia's saying. She's a very good singer. Other claims kind of don't follow Julia's part of the story, though, because her prediction also said that Maddie lived in Germany with her new parents who were in their 70s, which not true. But when she saw this girl claiming, she's like, haha, my prediction is true. Got to get a hold of Julia. So she gets a hold of Julia and offers, hey, you know what? I'm going to get you in contact with the McCanns, because the McCanns probably get 1,000 people a week saying they're Madeleine McCann. They probably just turn it off. It's turned off to them,
Yeah.
Dr. Johansson gets on a plane, heads to Poland to pick her up. She wants to bring her back to America, and while they wait a response from the McCanns. And the I Am Madeleine McCann social medias are deleted at this point. So this 7 days, they're gone.
Wow.
There's still people talking about it, but I can't find the original, so it's really not worth it. I'm guessing Dr. Fia told her to erase them, because like now you post on my socials. You know what I mean?
Right.
My socials get posted.
Yeah, it had that energy because it was like, oh my God, I was trafficked as a child and blocked it out. And then that turned out to not be true, but in a cruel twist of irony, she was trafficked as an adult into a social media.
That's so true. I didn't even think of it that way, but she was trafficked to America for 500,000 followers. Wow. Okay.
Oh man.
Julia fell for it. She was fucking happy to go to America because she just got so many death threats that she was starting to get scared for her safety. That's what she said. She's like, I gotta get out of here. It's a little hot.
Yep.
So Kate and Jerry do get wind of Julia, and they do agree to do a DNA test with Julia, only if Julia could prove that she wasn't her parents' kid. So like she had to get one from her parents first to prove that they didn't have a connection. Then they'll get on the DNA bandwagon, which I find fucking crazy. Why don't you just get the DNA done once, Kate and Jerry, and then you could just give it out 1,000 times whenever everybody says like check the DNA. Why don't you just do it? Then you have it on file, and then you don't have to deal with fucking Julia Wendells anymore.
Yeah,
but
proof's right here. You can see it. Just just click the link. It's there.
It's easy.
How easy is to fake DNA?
For a rich doctor or for me and you?
I guess in general,
well, someone who has like some sort of insider knowledge on how DNA works and how the tests work, you probably do it a lot easier than I could.
Well, I'm just saying, like, if you like posted your DNA results on Facebook and be like, how many people are related to me? Like, who can like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you on that. Yeah, I didn't think they were going to do that. I thought they were going to like, the lawyer calls him, we got 38 this week. And he's like, give him the DNA. And just...
who can afford to field that though? Like, you'd have to post it publicly or something.
Just
I don't know. Here's
That-
my genome on my MySpace wall.
That's some fucking dangerous shit. My genome, like instead of MySpace, it's my genome. And you just
Yeah.
like a social media.
Yeah.
Oh, you have Alzheimer's in your family too. We're not compatible.
Right.
This makes securing DNA from her parents even more valuable to Julia's story. So Julia is also like willing, like Fia's over there, like in America with her trying to talk to her parents. The parents aren't commenting on any of this anymore. They've already said it's like super sad that she's doing this. It's a circus. Stop listening to her. She's crazy. She's done shit like this in the past. So Fia's on that side doing things. But while they're denying it, Julia's saying like, I might not be Madeleine McCann. I'm just telling you that I think I am. Okay. But if I'm not, I have to be Livia Shep. She's another kid who was abducted along with her twin sister in 2011. So it's either I'm Madeleine McCann or I'm this other abducted girl, but I'm definitely not my parents' kid. So like, wow.
Man,
Imagine hating your parents that much. Like
that you just want to be anybody else.
but them. I want to be an abducted
Yeah.
kid than my mom's parents. My kids.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, no, I can't be them either. Okay, let me be Sailor Moon. I want to be Sailor Moon. Let me just no, I don't, like you don't want anything to do with your family legacy at all. You're just like, fuck it, I'm Cookie Monster. All right, that's it. Just let me be Cookie Monster. I'm done with this shit.
It's
Like,
wow.
just be you.
Just it's hard to like. I don't under. Anyways, I guess she's troubled. Like her parents. This is what her parents say. Okay, so they say that Julia has mental health issues in the past and has attention-seeking behavior as well. They claim that they're worried about her daughter, but she won't let them help her. They're also worried that she has 1 million followers and she always wanted to be popular. This is her like main goal in life. And now that she is, what is she going to do? Like, how far is this going to go? Her parents also claim that Julia has all of her baby photos and her birth certificate. They gave them to her. Or no, sorry. Julia went and stole them, the photos and documents, just before doing her Insta Live, and now denies ever seeing them. So nobody can get them. Like she fucking, she stole them and put them somewhere.
Wow.
Unpopular opinion: if you are a grown up, you are not stealing your birth certificate. You should have it, not your parents.
True,
Yeah.
but then don't ask your
Yeah.
parents for it. Right? Like that's what she's saying. That's what they're saying. It's like she keeps asking us
No,
for
it
them.
sounds like her parents stole it from her, but okay, whatever.
That's true because
Also in their statement say they're not going to do the DNA test. They still won't do it. I find that fucking very interesting about the whole thing.
yeah, like what's the big deal? Just let her do it.
One of them murdered someone, guaranteed.
So yeah, it could be that.
I strongly get the vibe that those aren't her real parents.
Could
And
be
that
too.
just coincidentally is like, I don't know. It just very much feels like the case.
She's not Madeleine McCann, but she's adopted in some way, yeah.
Or stolen.
Or stolen,
Right.
for sure.
Or they just don't want the story to end. It's like, this is the most attention our family has ever got in ages. We
Oh,
want to
awesome,
milk this
man.
we want to milk this for as long as we can.
So Fia goes, okay, it's not the only way we can figure out if they're your parents or not, definitively. We're not going to attack the DNA. We'll attack a different way. Let's just do like a 23andMe with you.
Let's just attack them until they tell us.
No, not her answer. They want to get a DNA profile so they can figure out where exactly part of the world she grew up in, because you can figure out if you're from Canada, what part of Canada, through your DNA, just because of nature, I
Sounds
guess.
like
I didn't really
bullshit.
know. Apparently you can figure out where you're from because of like levels of lead and shit, like whatever ends up in your blood. I don't know. I never knew that you could do that, but you can figure out geographic areas where you grew up with your DNA, which is crazy.
And she learned this in psychology undergraduate school or what?
Human behavior, for sure.
It's the human behavior. It's the medium part of her, you know?
She just licks your face and can taste the amount of lead that you have in your body.
Do you think she's like trying to like reclaim the word medium because maybe that was like a cruel nickname in high school that they called her for her average looks, so that's why she's got this plastic surgery? Is that a stretch?
No, fuck Fia Johansson.
Yeah.
She's a fucking piranha, and she just looks for chum. That's what she's doing. So fuck that chick.
Yeah, big Dr. Phil energy.
Yeah, for sure. So when they get this 23andMe back and they say where the ancestry comes from, if her ancestry is British, then they'll further investigate the Madeleine angle. And if her profile shows that her ancestry is Swiss, like Livia Shep, they'll go at that angle. So at some point, I'm pretty sure that one of the McCann family members agreed to do a DNA test. So it's not like Jerry or Kate. One of the McCanns get in and they say, well, I'll give my DNA as well. So there's really been no update on that side of things because of what happens next. I'm sure they just said, fuck it. Julia's face is run also through some facial recognition software called Ava X, and this Ava X thing, it's like AI, whatever facial recognition, said that there's 90% chance that she's not Madeleine as well. So that right away, just that they're like, no, that's not DNA. So I just like how there's lots of people, not just DNA, telling them they're not this.
Did they by any chance also run Fia's face and come back 404 error not found?
It just pulls up like a fucking garbage bin or something, like something super plastic, like a balloon animal. So while they're waiting for the DNA results, Fia gets a hold of the Dr. Phil team and gets an exclusive full episode of Is This Madeleine McCann with Dr. Phil. We're gonna have
of course she does.
Yeah, Dr. Phil, of course, wants to fucking. You could tell by how smug he is in this episode. He is just here to fucking embarrass this girl. So I will show you some clips from that episode because.
Oh boy.
Yeah, definitely. I'll brace myself.
Who the fuck do you think you are saying that you're this girl? Coming on my show.
There's so many points where you can tell he's so fucking proud of himself. That's my favorite part. He's just so like, got you, dumb bitch.
I'm Dr. fucking Phil. I'm worth millions of dollars and for no reason have never decided to get hair with any of that money.
Yeah, he could have done so much with that.
That's
one.
like
I mean,
a type of celebrity, like, and it's always shitty asshole celebrities or really good character actors where like they could have done so much to their style, but they just look fucked up, but like in a preened and primped sense.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I do know what you're talking about.
Like Donald Trump, perfect example.
Yeah.
Like there's so much he could have done with all that money, and he just decided, nope, whoop.
Exactly.
It's
possible that Madeleine McCann has finally been found.
I believe that I am Madeleine McCann.
I have some like point. I don't want. It's a 40-minute episode. We're not watching a whole fucking episode of Dr. Phil, but I already watched it, so you guys don't have to. But I definitely put on some good clips of the episode so we could do. So like 4.5 minutes here. There's some fun parts.
All right, so like half a bong rip.
Half a bong rip, yeah.
I felt in my life that something is wrong here because my mother didn't hug me. She didn't say I love you, so it was a little suspicious to me. I started to ask my mother some questions about pictures from being pregnant and some documents like birth certificate. She always changed the subject.
Okay, so anyways, I just wanted to show you like my mom didn't hug me. That's why I know I'm not my mom's. Like, you know how many kids don't get hugged by their mom or say.
Well, that part also felt a little ad-libbed.
There's got to be a point where the producers of Dr. Phil go like, a little bit more, please, a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know, and that's probably you're probably right. Like, how would you say that they shouldn't hug you? Like, did she ever kiss you? Did she ever like put you to bed? Did she read you stories? No, say that.
Yeah.
Here's another good clip. So this is Dr. Phil looking at the evidence that she put up, which you can see him being very fucking proud of himself for this.
Phenomenon, right?
I mean, very faded, a little faded now, but yes.
There's also a mark on the face, correct?
Correct.
That's what we're seeing here.
Cool.
It's
That's
a
the dimple.
not a birthmark or anything. And you think that you have a similar dimple?
It's my picture when I was like 17 years old.
Okay.
Then,
All right.
yes, I have dimple.
Okay. And so that's what you're looking at here. And so you think you look a lot like her at those ages, and that you had an iris defect the same as she did.
Another thing is facial expression. When I laugh, my eyes closer a little, like on the lower picture in the row on the screen, Madeleine picture. When I laugh, I have some pictures from teenage age, and the same expression.
Now, your mother,
Holy fuck, I believe her.
People that raised you maintain that she is your biological mother, that she gave birth to you, right?
She said, but she didn't want to show me any proofs.
But she says that she went to the hospital and gave birth to you.
She said yes. my mother, when I asked her for DNA, before this whole situation, when I asked her for some pictures from her pregnancy, some childhood pictures like me at 3 or 4-age, she refused. She didn't want to.
Okay, anyways, when he's giving out the evidence and he just goes like, and then you say you have this, and he points out the one, then he goes, whatever this one is down here, and then just walks past the picture. I was like,
I could have swore he said Irish defect.
What is also in this? Like, he has like the same. I feel wrong because I adore Steve Harvey, but like he has the same energy as Steve Harvey when he's like frustrated with somebody on Family Feud.
Oh, for sure. This is what Dr. Phil the whole time, so frustrated with this girl. Like, this is easy. Just get a fucking DNA test. Like, that's what he's trying to say the whole time.
Yeah. For the record, that'll be the first and last time I ever compared Dr. fucking Phil and
Yeah.
fantastic comic genius that is Steve Harvey.
I haven't watched Dr. Phil since probably Cash Me Outside because
Yeah.
I can't stand him. I want to fucking hit him in the mouth so hard. But I had no idea he'd become such a doddering old fool now. Like, look at the way he moves.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
he looks
he's-
like he needs help.
Yeah,
Like he
he's
looked like a seal. Just the way he was moving in that suit and everything. It just looked like a seal out of water. Just, you know.
It's just hard to take him seriously. He looks like an old man that should be in bed.
Well, so that's what I mean. That's where I caught the Steve Harvey thing from, because he looks like when Steve Harvey like drops the mic, like, and then just like,
yeah. He looks like Steve Harvey if Steve Harvey gave up.
yeah,
Like just
yeah,
you know, like he really does. Like Steve Harvey still is full of life, and he's just like, yeah, man, Family Feud, whatever the hell, right?
Yeah.
But Dr. Phil just looks like, yeah, I'm fucking done. I'm over it. You know.
Yeah, and we're about to hate Dr. Phil a lot more after this next clip, because after this, I was like, I looked at, because me and Sarah watched it, I was like, holy fuck, Dr. Phil's a piece of shit, eh? So I'm not going to give away what he does. You tell me.
Oh boy. All right.
Doctor to check if I am delusional. And
Okay.
they checked, and I'm not delusional.
Okay.
Yeah, you are.
You're pretty clear about that.
Yes.
Okay. Now, you say that you made an appointment with a psychiatrist to evaluate her.
Yes. When I came out last time from hospital, I didn't have any auto-aggressive behavior. My last time when I cut my hands was like May 2022.
What happened with your hands?
This one.
Okay, you were cutting.
Yes, and I had suicide attempt, and at the end of May 2022, I came into the hospital, and this was the last time when I made something auto-aggressive to myself.
At the end of 22.
Yes.
Okay, so just a few months ago. Coming up, Julia claims she began.
She said the
researching
end of
her
May
experience. She
2022,
came
not
across a
end of
picture that stopped
2022.
her
Yeah, no, he
in her
changed it.
tracks. We'll tell you why
Yeah.
next.
I might have done this wrong. Fuck.
Ooh, Judge Judy's next. Just let it play.
Indirectly. With Madeleine, I always had a connection of energetic but pretty sad lady. She knows she's
Yeah,
not the person
Richard
she
Smoke
is,
Show.
but at the same time, she doesn't
Compared
to
represent
Williams.
who she is. I said,
Oh
in
my
2023,
goodness.
She just called
2024,
Madeline
absolutely,
energetic.
she's gonna
That's
figure it out
not a
something,
word I would
and
use
then
to
it will
describe
basically
her.
come back to the real
No,
parents. She loves
not at
music.
all.
Her pain is all about the songs that maybe she wrote by herself, and I believe that she knows she's
That
not
maybe she
the
wrote by
person that she
herself?
is.
Coming up at 5, Nashville school shooting. Good job, America. They predict.
Yeah.
I
They know they're
Right?
coming at
I
5
take
o'clock.
piano.
Oh my god.
I play guitar also. I make my own composition.
I fucked up. Dr. Phil literally, like, she talks about it and he makes fun of her and doxes her for. He's like, when you were 16, you were put in a mental asylum, right? Are you right? So he like makes fun of the 16-year-old for being like mentally unwell, and he like
Oh boy.
shames her for it. And she's like, yes, I was put into the hospital, but I'm
That's
okay
bullshit.
now.
Next time, give Private Dicks the exclusive.
Yeah,
Oh.
that was also a
Yeah.
really good accent, Richard.
Was it actually good or bad?
Yeah, no, it was
That was
actually,
actually
pretty,
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty, you know, almost spot on.
Wow, because I'm terrible at accents.
Too much energy.
Man,
Yeah,
accents,
Dr.
finding
Phil just
clips.
kind of has.
What can't this guy do?
Closed
Right.
captioning provided by. Have you tested your DNA? Have you gotten a DNA swab and gotten a DNA report?
Via helped me with ancestry.
I'm skipping.
And has adopted that as their reality, then all of those cues are going to be different.
I should have looked for clips better. I'm in the wrong time. I fucked up the times because it's not the clip I want to see.
That's fine, dude. You just subjected us to Dr. Phil for no reason. I'm not happy, but
Play Judge Judy in case it's related.
I see what RJ is saying. Dr. Phil is like Steve Harvey if the host of Family Feud was still kissing women on the lips.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Same vibe.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
hate him so much.
Yeah, no, he's not a good person.
He definitely had like that condescending tone. Like you could feel it right off of him the whole time.
For sure. But people will
it
go
takes
talk to him.
no effort to like flip through his fucking filmography of episodes and find just the most problematic shit that he said, and
for
has
sure.
never had to answer for.
Or will he ever?
Yeah.
So not long
Enough I have
after
anything to
this
say about it.
episode, we can keep hammering Dr. Phil. We can have Dr. Phil hate.
I think that's why he still exists, because it's the only show left that is literally just bringing on these freak fascinations of like not good enough for reality TV.
Yeah.
And like also like nobody can like watch any of that. Like there's no fucking way like anybody under the age of 60 has like ready access to Dr. Phil as it airs. Like I haven't had
like the
cable.
doctor's office. That's like the only place you ever see it.
And not even that, like, because now I was at the doctor's office recently. They don't even have fucking cable. They must pay for some channel where it just says animals doing shit. And it was just fucking basically TikToks and Vines of animals on an endless loop for hours.
There's literally a channel that does that, though. So they pick that channel. Like on cable, there's a channel that's like funny videos all day long. And it's
really?
just
There was no commercials, dude. It was just
it's just that all day long.
Yeah.
Welcome to the new world of content, baby. There's so much. We don't even have time for the fucking commercials anymore.
I actually did some content for this one always funny videos on Pluto and stuff, and it was like, oh, cool, but it was just like I was sitting there waiting just to see mine, and it's just like there's so many, so many videos, like literally, just throughout the entire day and night. I'm like,
they cut Saget out, they cut the prize out, and they just had this is the show now. Like that's
if you're not on my gas pump while I'm filling up, baby, I don't know your fucking face. Until I get my media.
I guess it kind of makes sense because it's like when you're watching porn, sometimes you just want to skip through the storyline that they try to do. It's just like, hey, I'm here delivering pizzas, and there's a ghost outside. It's like, would you guys just get to the fucking come on?
Do you need to do that?
Wait, what is this? I need to see this. The pizza delivery and the ghost.
I don't know. It's out there. It's out there. There's
just like I found the animals doing shit thing. He's got like storyline porn soap operas at his doctor's office.
Have you seen the Avengers porn parody? I mean, come on, y'all.
I haven't, but I will be Googling.
just the Avengers porn parody. Just type it in, you'll find it.
Which Avengers though?
The Infinity Bones. The Infinity Bones.
It's something out there. I don't
know if it's
Bend Game.
Bend Game, yeah.
Wait, hang on one sec.
He's stealing my Bend Game idea.
Hey, write this down for the doctor's office.
Oh, it is. It's literally called Avengers XXX, a porn parody. Oh, that sucks.
That's lame. Yeah, they should have went with Bend Game or Infinity Bones or.
Oh my gosh, all of them are like XXX, and then there's like just one that's like Avengers 2. Along came a spider. What?
Getting creative.
That's hot.
Not my thing. Not for me.
Not long after the Dr. Phil episode airs, DNA tests come back and they show that there's no way that she can be Madeleine McCann. She is 100% Polish. Poor girl.
Poor lazy girl.
Poor lazy Polish girl.
What if from the beginning Madeleine McCann was adopted as some
As from a Polish person?
some
Fair
shady
enough.
shit? I don't know. And then maybe the McCann stopped paying, and they were
came
supposed
back-
to keep paying, and they came back and collected the kid, and the kid got replaced with a different family.
So it's like a
The kid
repo
got,
man?
yeah, the kid got repoed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a repo man for kids. That's fucked.
And in Poland, that's legal.
That's that Peter Neymar's fucking job, Peter Ney's job or whatever. He was just like a repo man for children. Everyone, I got a bad rap. I'm just collecting for my fucking guys. You didn't have to molest them when you collected them, though. Oh, well, no one told me that. It was fringe benefits.
You're just supposed to harvest their organs.
That's what happens when you don't read the terms and agreements, y'all. It's why they put it there. You got to read it. We got to force ourselves to read these things.
If I wanted free coffees, I'd work at Dunkin' Donuts. I want fuck kids.
Where would you work, Richard?
Stealing children back.
Poland, apparently.
Poland to steal children. This the kid repo man. I don't know what the fucking name of that place is.
That just sounds like the worst thing to ever put on a t-shirt ever. It's just like, fuck these donuts. I want to fuck kids. like, oh my God.
A very good hyphenation of what he said. We're going to print that now and just put Richard Stoodle underneath it.
Sure, why not?
Just like the back of the shirt can say the famous Stoodle Strudel.
So yeah, as soon as she gets her DNA test back, Julia fires Dr. Johansson, claiming she only used me for my fame and for my clients, for more fame and more clients. That's why what you were doing.
Man, how many minutes were they together? I want to see that invoice.
Yeah, right.
I think she was doing this one pro bono. You got to get yourself some followers and on Dr. Phil. Like Dr. Fia Johansson's never going on Dr. Phil again or before this, like
pro bono. What kind of surgery is that? Is this your pro bono? She's gonna like depress it further to make her eyes closer together.
No, I think that's the one Dr. Phil got. That's why he has a big black dick now. He got a pro bono.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought you were gonna say it's why his eyes.
You know he loves saying like, I got your pro bono right here.
Yeah. Julia moved back to Poland and lives with her father. She doesn't believe that the DNA results were real. She thinks Fia was fucking with her and she wants to get new ones. She wants to get retested. Fia just goes,
wow.
I don't know what to tell her, man. I gave her the thing and I said, I hope she's doing well. That's how Fia ended that. So she's like playing take the high road, but Julia's definitely saying she's a piece of shit.
Oh my goodness.
Fia would never do that.
Another thing, Julia
right.
also claims that I never once claimed that I actually was Madeleine McCann. Like your Insta profile you made was literally I am Madeleine McCann. Like,
yeah, we literally have you saying it over and over and over again ad nauseum. Like, come on.
Translation error, bro.
That's what she says. She says it's lost in translation. When I wrote I am, I meant am I. But English is my second language. I didn't mean backwards words.
Good fucking cover. When I say some outlandish shit, I'm gonna start saying it in Polish on Twitter.
Speaking of bad English, I just realized that I just said over and over and over again ad nauseum when I could have just said ad nauseum because ad nauseum means over and over again. Like, it's a Monday.
We're not disappointed in you. We disappoint ourselves more than you could ever.
I'm disappointed in myself.
I didn't even notice. So, so there's another bit of news with Julia. I thought that was the end of it. That was like late March, early April. But there's been a new thing from April 17th, 2023. Her phone was actually seized by the Orange County Sheriff's Department because as they were investigating her situation, they investigated her phone. And on said phone, apparently, they found some child abuse material, child porn. They found child porn on her phone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So Sergeant Mike Woodruff. Yeah.
Is this one of those, like, it's child porn even though it's your own self, or is it?
Sergeant Mike Woodruff gives a statement. He says, we're not going to give any comments at this time. Our investigation is taking a deep look into it, and we're going to let them do their investigative duties. And from that point, the judicial system will take over if it needs to. That's all. the
No
information
comments,
so far.
no context, but we just wanted to put a headline out there that says child porn found on her phone. That's it, guys.
Yeah.
Everybody pack it up and go home. No questions.
Exactly.
What if it's just like, like all those evidence pictures she was taking? What if it's just like she zoomed in and she's like, I have the exact same crook in my elbow, but when you zoom in, it looks just like an ass.
Yeah.
Like a child's ass.
It's like, what?
Who
She
would
shaved
do
her
that
arms.
though
Like,
with,
come on.
with that confidence? Like, I don't care how dedicated you are in the FBI to being one of those guys. I feel like you can't just take a random crevice and go, "That's a child's ass."
Yeah.
Prosecute.
You can't with that attitude, RJ.
RJ, some Americans are patriots, okay?
I have a feeling that this was, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong, but I think this was Fia giving her phone to the police saying there was child porn on it, because I don't think the police were taking her phone. I think Fia was looking through her phone, and when she broke up with her, she went, "Fuck you, bitch. Here's her phone, cops."
Man.
How though? There's so many questions, because that is so many questions of things like that's just completely tainted evidence. She would get away with it in a heartbeat. If some other random lady had her phone and said, "Hey, found this on here," her easy defense is, "I didn't have that on there."
Fia doesn't need her phone. Fia can see what's in her phone without looking at her phone.
Exactly. And now though, because this is the thing I got me thinking, if Fia's a medium and she can see things that other people can't and stuff, maybe she's got images of child porn in her head from actual abuse that has happened. We should take Fia's head and confiscate it and dissect that shit and do the research and find those abusers. Can't rely on
What if this
her.
was all one huge ploy where she was like, "Yeah, I'll hype her up and convince her that she's Madeleine McCann just to get her phone because she's psychically across the world." So this one specific Polish woman had child porn on her phone.
This is a whole big ploy. I see what you're doing. Big ploy to get her here to fucking solve that case. Wrong case. She had everyone looking this way at Madeleine McCann, but in reality, she was getting the monster that is Julia Wendell. Understood.
Tell you what, that ain't no Persian medium to me. That was a Persian large move right there.
I'm just thinking, like, you know what? She should have just played it safe and just kept the Avengers porn parody on her phone normally, and just she wouldn't have that mess. Plus, I can't trust. I don't know. I kind of can't trust the cops whenever they're just like, we need to look over this evidence further, blah, 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 blah. Especially when you see like just footage after footage and article after article of just cops getting called out in the most heinous shit ever.
Honestly, Poland is not a non-extradited country. They would ship her back over in a minute if they actually thought it was true. So what I believe that. So what she says.
Well, no, maybe it's just, I mean, it's Tuesday. It's like 3:30. I mean, come on, man. What do you expect me to do? Work?
Yeah,
I'm Polish.
You're right. Yeah, I'm Polish.
You want to fill out extradition paperwork? It's fucking Taco Tuesday. Yeah, we do that over here.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do. I wonder if they do. Something to look into.
I would be interested to know.
I would be interested to know as well. Yeah.
What a Polish taco is?
What a Polish taco looks like.
Yeah, I don't even want to fucking.
That sounds like one of those things that you would hear. Definitely, just like, "Hey, you guys want to know what a Polish taco is?" Like, oh,
that doesn't. It sounds Urban Dictionary for sure. That sounds like you shit on someone's like leg and fold it around a piece of shit or something like.
Yeah, or something like that.
Whoa, we're doing meta shit with that one. Damn, Richard.
Well, it's Polish.
Shit squared.
It's Polish. It has to do something with shit for sure.
That seems like a lot of work. There is no Polish taco on Urban Dictionary. We can add one though.
Yeah,
when you shit on someone's leg.
What did you say?
No, don't.
He said something about shitting on a person's leg and then wrapping.
I was with him until
he
he did the shit exponents. We gotta vary
like
it up a little.
There's no tortilla in there at all, not even any onions or cheese.
How's it a taco?
Like, it's like, yeah.
What do you guys have with tacos? I don't get what you're saying now.
You guys don't have tacos in Canada?
There's no shit in tacos?
No, not usually. Well, I mean, you can make a shit taco, but there's other components that are required to classify it. Otherwise, it's just a pile of shit.
I don't think so. I think they proved with the whole sandwich thing that all it needs to be a taco is 3 sides.
Taco talk with the dicks. 3 hours. Is it a taco? Is it not a taco? Guess what, guys? Nobody knows.
I'm telling you
2 hours
exactly
of
what's
bong
a
rip.
taco and what is not, but okay.
No, I'm thinking about something else now.
Okay.
So Julia denies all of the pedophilia claims, and she adds in there, "I'm a fucking victim of a pedophile, proven." And you guys are throwing this at me. I've explained to the Polish authorities what's on that phone already. So apparently she's already had a conversation, but she lies a lot. So who the fuck knows? She actually talked to the police.
Yeah. At this point, it's like,
So that's as far as that's gone so far. If Julia gets any more heat from the police, I'm sure we'll all hear about it. I don't know if I'm going to do an episode. It might not be worth it, but I mean, who knows with this chick? She might go fucking crazy and make more headlines somehow. Okay, so that's not the only real update for the Madeleine McCann thing. I guess it's kind of the only update. There's something interesting that has happened recently, even more recently. May 3rd, 2023 was actually the 17th anniversary, I think it was, 2023, of the Maddie's disappearance. And they do like a candlelight vigil on that day every day. So that was only a couple days ago. And
weird.
Amelie and Sean, which are the twins, that's their names. Amelie actually made an appearance. She's 18 now. And she went to that thing. First time she's been in public since that whole thing. And Sean didn't go, but she spoke at the memorial. And I'm guessing now, the reason I'm even bringing this up is that they're still, the family still has hope that they'll figure out what happened to her. They still have that Christian Bruckner guy that we talked about in the first episode that's in a German jail. And she actually spoke about that, kind of not like throwing Julia in the past. We need to figure out what's going on here. Christian Bruckner is actually, they're not going to charge him with anything because they don't have enough evidence for this guy. So this is just going to be left in limbo unless our solve, which is, I can't remember what it was. I have to go back and listen, is actually true. So yeah, the other McCanns are of age, and they might be popping their heads out, talking a lot more about this recently. And hopefully we can figure out who did this, because it's an annoying case, and I hate the parents for letting her get captured like that.
I'm just blown away that I didn't even hear about it until now. Like I did not even know about this at all.
How old are you?
Good question.
Oh, never mind.
I know how old you are.
Yeah.
Well, okay. You don't tell me a number then, but like of an age that would be having awareness of this.
You're old enough to hear the news. It was all over the fucking news.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. I was just like, when you said it was when an age old enough to be aware to hear about it, that's weird, because there's so many people from.
Well, what age did you become self-aware?
I'll let you know when I get there.
That was the answer I was expecting.
I know how old you are. Can I say? Why do you keep it a secret? Why do you keep it a secret?
I never really talked about it. I just never really comes to mind, especially because I find there's so
He's
much.
the same age as Madeleine McCann, isn't he?
Oh,
you're Madeleine McCann.
That's right. And I would have gotten away if it had been you meddling kids.
It's the same face.
Meddling dicks, thank you.
Right. No, I never really talk about it because there's just so much ageism and age phobia in society. It's like when people find out what your age you are, all of a sudden it's like you're just like marginalized. It's like they want to put you in a box. It's like, okay, this is how I'm going to treat this person, And so
I'm just anxiously waiting to judge
I
you
respect
right now.
that, and Richard just loves outing people unfairly. So I will protest this and not listen if he says so.
Richard doesn't look concerned, so I'm assuming you're over 18.
Oh yeah, definitely over 18. That's for sure.
Well, that was my question.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, we're good with that.
75. I didn't want to say, I'm sorry. 75. Morgan Freeman's age.
Damn.
Yep.
Am I allowed to say blacked out crack because I'm white? Or am I allowed to say that?
Yeah, no, you're fine. Yeah, you're fine. Because it's also, my mom was an esthetician. She taught me about skincare and drinking water. So it's like, there we are.
Nice.
There we are, y'all.
Nice. See, Fia should have taken tips from you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the update, guys. Yeah, that's all.
So we can get back to tacos now?
I just watched Private Dicks, and I think RJ's the funniest.
What? Come on. Is there anything that you want to plug in the show that I can put on the, like, is there anything we can try and get some watchers over to you, listeners?
Me? I don't know. Just
you can't do fucking anything for me.
It's like, oh no, thank you, but thanks, but no thanks.
Matter of fact, I don't even want your tainted stock.
No, I don't know. Just I don't know. Follow me on social media. This is JP Brown on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitch. That's about it, really.
But don't sell yourself short. You stream and stuff. People can come watch you play some video games and stuff, right?
Yeah. We throw it, I throw it on. I joke, I game, I joke while gaming, I game while joking. It's just, it's just a good ass time.
Now?
Right now, I've been throwing down a lot in Horizon Forbidden West, which is just an immaculate game. Like her first one, Horizon Zero Dawn, was beautiful to look at as well. But this one is just everything, the storyline, the whole, just the action RPG sort of aspect of it. It's just,
it was sick. Yeah.
A phenomenal game. Right. And now I recently just downloaded Ghostwire Tokyo. So I'm probably going to check that one out. I kind of slept on that one for a bit. So I want to see what that one's about. Okay. And so I streamed that one, Dying Light 2, Mortal Kombat 11, Deathloop. A bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So come through anytime.
Plus
7:30 p.m. Pacific time.
Okay.
Oh, every day you do that?
Oh, no. Just Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 7:30 p.m. Pacific.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And then you make videos and shit too. So go check out JP.
Sure. Thanks. Come through. It'll be fun, hopefully.
Nah, Richard's a coward and he edits out anything super uncomfortable.